This video is sponsored by Crunchyroll.com/store. Shop for a variety of posters, toys, clothing, and more. Use code MASTAR at checkout for 15% off. They just sent me this Kakashi hoodie. I'm absolutely in love with that thing. A Dragon Ball Z Monopoly game, a Beerus action figure with adjustable heads and hands and joints and all that good stuff, and a few t-shirts. All of this and tons more is available on the Crunchyroll online store, link in the description. Alright guys, welcome back to Mastar Media, and today we're talking about Dragon Ball Super episode 119. Universe 4 is erased. Man, that was rather quickly. They just got obliterated in one episode. I haven't felt like Universe has been this weak since like episode 98 or 99, whenever the Trio de Dangers got eliminated. Their entire Universe 9 got blown up in like one episode. Alright, so we got a lot of ground to cover in this episode. The first thing I want to talk about is why the hell didn't Catella just keep his people invisible until the end of the tournament? I mean, they could have lasted with those two people. If the rest of the fighters went down to one person, you know, Goku defeats Jiren and there's nobody left, Universe 4 could just stay hidden and they would have won the entire tournament. But no, they gotta like unveil themselves and get their asses knocked out in one episode. And which, by the way, this Catella guy, he only got like one person left and he's still kick. Dude, you're getting your ass kicked. Why are you laughing, dog? Why are you laughing? You're about to get erased. Do you think that your little bug man's gonna win the entire tournament himself? You should be sweating bullets right now, fool. Like, I can understand Mastar is taking the opportunity to knock out Kato Pesla, and then he saw opportunity for Vegeta, so he you know, attack him too, try and knock him out. But boy, as soon as Vegeta turned around and grabbed that ledge, I would have been like, oh shit, I am running the shit away. I'm invisible the rest of the tournament. I ain't messing with Vegeta. We know what happens when you piss off Vegeta, but you know, he's just gonna he's gonna start causing shit. He's just gonna start shooting everybody in the back and shit. Obviously, he's just asking to get knocked out at that point. I mean, what I would have done if I was Mastar, I would have shot Vegeta. As second that man grabbed on the ledge, I would have ran behind a rock and hid for dear life. All right, and then let's talk about my man Piccolo getting knocked out. That makes 4 Baldies out of the tournament. Do they have something against bald people? I mean, my man Piccolo just got the short end of the stick in this episode, and like, come on, it sucks. I mean, we did get Piccolo to do some cool stuff. He did get a knockout in this episode, which is nice. He got some glory in this tournament, so at least he didn't just go out like a little bitch. I mean, Piccolo did actually get, you know, some good fights in here in the Tournament of Power, and out of anybody left in the tournament besides maybe like 18, he really is the next weakest, so it does kind of make sense that he'd be next to go. But just the way that he got knocked out by his little bug, it's like, I mean, it's like humiliating, you know, especially for Piccolo. Basically let his guard down. He assumed he was correct, and he wasn't correct that the guy was invisible, and so he got knocked out, which sucks for Piccolo. But 4 Baldies out. The only Baldy remaining is Frieza, but is he even a Baldy? I mean, is that gem thing? I mean, is that like, but damn, I gotta say, it did feel good when that man Catella, that little sneaky rat, he had his eyes were all bloodshot and shit, and he was freaking out as he was getting erased. It's like, hell yeah, you deserve it. But man, Universe 4 was some weak sauce, man. They were weak as hell. Like, they just got stomped on this entire tournament. They did nothing special, and definitely one of the weakest universes. I mean, they deserve to be erased. They got nothing special going on there. Universe 4, just pack up your bags. You're gone. Erased. Finito. Overall thoughts on this episode was, it just moved like really fast. I felt like the story writing wasn't that good. Like, it could have been much more clean. Piccolo getting knocked off in that way like really sucked. You know, he's such a strong, intelligent warrior, and he loses to something that I feel like an Namekian with their extra senses and everything should have been able to pick up on. And so, to be honest, I mean, I'm glad Universe 4 is out so quickly. I'm glad they didn't stretch this out like super long like they did with Universe 2 and Universe 6. Universe 6 more understandable than Universe 2, but man, they just wanted to get Universe 4 out of the way. So I think what this means is, like, you know, we've stretched this tournament on long enough. Let's start wrapping things up. Let's start kicking out universes fairly quickly. And Jesus, like in the past few episodes, we're erasing like 4 universes, considering Universe 3 is coming soon as well. So in a way, it was just kind of like a clean cleanup episode, and it did accomplish what it needed to accomplish, so you can't hate on them for that. I mean, they got the stuff done. They got Universe 4 out. They got Piccolo out. I mean, they're just trying to move the story, and you know, a lot of these episodes have been really drawn out, especially with like the whole cauliflower and kale thing. So it's kind of actually nice and refreshing that one episode gets like a nice speed up episode. In terms of the animation, it was okay. It was like it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't anything great either. But it's pretty much just an episode that you're not going to go back and rewatch. You know what I mean? And when I review episodes, like that's what I look out for. Is like, is it something that I'm going to go back and rewatch because like I'm on a train one day and I'm like, damn man, that episode of Dragon Ball Super was so awesome. Because I know you'd be thinking about Dragon Ball Z like that. You know, just hanging out in school. You know, you're doing some homework or something. And you just start thinking about, you know, Perfect Cell versus Goku when they first battle each other and shit. And you're like, damn, I could go watch that right now. Or like Majin Vegeta versus Goku and stuff. But like when you think back to Dragon Ball Super, you don't really think like, oh, I'm gonna watch that episode where Universe 4 gets erased. Like it doesn't like ring a bell, and I feel like that's what makes the episode kind of weak. You know, if you look back at episode 116, you're always gonna remember that Goku sliding on Kefla's blast with his Kamehameha and then just blasting her in the face. I mean, that shit was amazing, and you're definitely gonna go back and watch episode 116. I'm sure you guys have plenty of times. Same with the special. That's why those episodes are so good, is because it's something you're gonna watch again. But this episode wasn't really feeling it, but I'm glad the sneaky rat is gone. Couple interesting things we learned about this episode. One, brand new, Android 17 can shoot his barrier out of his hand, as we saw him shoot it to capture Damon in that little bubble, which is interesting. I guess that's a technique that we could see at an Android 17 in the future. It's always cool when old characters get new techniques. Another interesting thing here is that Damon and Gamasaurus look completely different. Every promotional material that we have seen up to date showed that these two guys were the exact same bugs but different colors, leaving people to think that maybe they were brothers or something like that. And just goes to show you guys that no matter how much spoiler information we get, there's always a bunch of surprises and things do change. So that was pretty interesting to me. It wasn't extremely relevant to the show or anything like that, but the main thing that made me go like WTF was once Potara fusion was announced to be legal and the other universes were like, we don't need fusion, Katella said, we don't need fusion. Boy, yes you did. You needed fusion, and we thought that the bugs would fuse, but they didn't. There was no fusion out of Universe 4. So this right here, guys, is the Tournament of Power update. As you can see now, there are only 3 universes left. There is only 14 people left in the tournament out of the original 80, which is pretty amazing. We're getting down to the climax here. Right now, the leader is Goku with the most number of knockouts. He has a total of 10 points, 8 solo kills, 4 team kills, and, well, I guess, are they kills? I guess they're kind of our kills. So Goku is currently in the lead. He just took the lead from Vegeta after the episode where Goku blew out 3 people with the Kamehameha. So Goku is now finally, I believe for like the first time in the tournament, the MVP over Vegeta. Universe 7, obviously the MVP universe with 45 total knockouts and only 4 losses. Universe 6 actually was in second place with 12 knockouts, but their universe is gone. Surprisingly, Universe 11 really only has 2 knockouts in this tournament, both of which are from Jiren. So it's pretty clear and pretty dang obvious that Universe 7 is by far, without a doubt, not just because they're the main characters, but without a doubt the most superior universe. And if Universe 11 didn't have Jiren, they would be space dust by now. Wrapped up a lot of loose ends, and to be honest, it was an episode that they needed to have. So although I didn't think it was like an amazing episode or anything like that, I didn't really like lose respect for them for this episode, because it was just something that they needed to do to accelerate the story and get the story to the good stuff, what we want to see, the final climax. Two universes left, and Goku and Jiren at the headlines, and there's just a nice war going on between 2 universes. That's what everybody wants to see, and they're trying to push us there, so I'm fine with that. Clean them out in one episode, don't stretch it. Next episode looks pretty good. I released my preview breakdown yesterday, actually, so if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. I'll put it at the end of this video. Next episode actually looks like it's going to be pretty good. But I think it's going to be another cleanup episode after the next 2 episodes are really going to focus on Universe 3, but I think they're going to be gone after 2 more episodes, and then we're going to get to the climax, which will be 10 minutes of Universe 7 versus Universe 11, and that's going to be awesome. That's all I got for this one, guys. Thanks for stopping by for the review of episode 119 of Dragon Ball Super. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, a comment, and a subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next video. One more time, guys, special thanks to our sponsor, Crunchyroll. Just go to crunchyroll.com or click the link in the description, hit store at the top, and then you can search a variety of amazing anime gear, clothes, toys, things for your house, everything. Link is in the description.